The Nolan Wells case has taken another shocking turn, with a newly established timeline raising fresh questions about what happened during the final hours before the 18-year-old college football player disappeared from Horn Island. But before we get into the latest developments, it is important to separate confirmed information from online speculation. The investigation is ongoing, and no individual or company should be accused of wrongdoing without evidence. Nolan Wells was an 18-year-old from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, who had recently graduated high school and was playing football at Southwest Mississippi Community College. On July 4, Nolan traveled by boat with friends to Horn Island. According to reported GP's Day data, the boat left a private dock around 9:56 in the morning and arrived at Horn Island at approximately 11:14 a.m. The group spent several hours on the island. Nolan was reportedly last seen around 3 p.m. Later, his friends returned toward the mainland without him. According to reports, they told investigators that Nolan had chosen to remain on the island. That immediately became one of the biggest questions in the case. Why did Nolan stay behind? Was he planning to meet someone? Was he simply enjoying the holiday? Or was something else happening that has not yet been fully explained? The latest reported GPS information places the boat's departure from Horn Island at approximately 4:31 p.m., and this is where the tow company call becomes important. According to reported audio, someone on the boat contacted a private towing company around 4 p.m., saying that the boat's bilge pump had stopped working and that the vessel was taking on water. The caller reportedly requested help towing the boat back. The dispatcher reportedly asked whether everyone on board was accounted for and safe. The caller reportedly confirmed that everyone aboard was safe. This phone call has now become an important part of the timeline, but there is a major difference between being part of an investigation and being accused of a crime. The available information does not prove that the tow company committed wrongdoing. It does not prove a cover-up. And it does not establish that anyone connected to the company was involved in Nolan's disappearance. What the call does provide is a possible timestamp. A mechanical problem was reported, a towing request was made, the boat later left the island. And Nolan was not aboard the returning boat. That sequence of events is now one of the key areas investigators must examine. The biggest question remains simple. What happened to Nolan after he was last seen? There were many people on and around Horn Island that day. Boats were moving through the water. People were taking pictures and recording videos. That means additional witnesses or footage could potentially help establish Nolan's movements. A photograph, a video, a phone record, or even a small detail remembered by a witness could become important. Nolan's family has continued demanding answers. Attorney Ben Crump has represented the family, and an independent autopsy was commissioned with financial support from Colin Kaepernick. The medical findings could be extremely important in determining what happened. However, the public should wait for official information rather than relying on rumors circulating online. The investigation must examine the medical evidence alongside the GPS data, the tow company call, witness statements, phone records, photographs, videos, and water conditions. The reported timeline currently looks like this. Nolan and his friends traveled to Horn Island on July 4. The boat arrived late in the morning. Nolan was reportedly last seen around 3 p.m. A mechanical problem developed on the boat later that afternoon. A tow company call was reportedly made around 4 p.m. GP's data reportedly placed the boat leaving around 4:31 p.m. Nolan was not aboard. He was later reported missing. His body was recovered on July 6. The timeline provides important information, but it does not answer every question, and that is why the case remains under investigation. Online, some people have claimed that the tow company was caught red-handed, but based on the information currently available, that conclusion has not been proven. The tow company call may be an important piece of evidence, but it is not proof of criminal wrongdoing. The same caution applies to everyone else connected to the case. Unanswered questions do not automatically prove a crime. And online theories are not the same as verified evidence. The next major developments could come from the autopsy findings, additional witnesses, new video or photographic evidence, phone records, or further investigation into the timeline. For now, the most important question remains what happened to Nolan after he was last seen. His family deserves answers, and investigators must continue examining every piece of evidence carefully. The latest timeline may help investigators understand what happened that afternoon, but it does not yet provide a final explanation. What do you think about the newly reported timeline? Does the tow company call clarify what happened, or do you believe more evidence is needed? Share your thoughts in the comments. Remember, this is an ongoing investigation, and allegations or online theories are not proof of wrongdoing. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for future updates.